Welcome, I am the Moonshin King, and this is the Moonshin Reacts, my first video on my new channel dedicated to reactions for you. So, what have we here? Spider-Man Far From Home, official teaser trailer. This is by Sony Pictures Entertainment. It has 31 million views, as you might witness, but I will still never subscribe to Sony Pictures. Anyway, I am a little disappointed because I was ruined. I hadn't watched the trailer. I still have not seen it, but it was ruined because I went onto Facebook and immediately someone ruined the villain. So, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, playing Mysterio. I saw it. You cannot escape it. If you have not seen the trailer, very sorry to you. The last time we saw Spider-Man was in Infinity War. Thanos destroyed half of the beings in the universe, and half of the Avengers included, although it looked like most of the Avengers were gone. But I didn't do a full calculation. Perhaps someone can tell me what percentage of the Avengers actually turned into space graffiti. So I think it's safe to say that Spider-Man does survive, because I'm assuming this takes place after Infinity War. I could be wrong, but it wouldn't make much sense to go back at this point, would it? I'm assuming it's afterwards. And I did actually read somewhere some worried sensationalist thumbnails that there are clues as to what happens to Tony Stark. And some people, well, the headline was worried about people worrying about his fate. I thought he was going to die in Infinity War, Part 1, to be honest. Even before I watched the movie, I thought, Iron Man is going to go, isn't he? But he did not. I thought it would make sense, since he was our introduction to this universe, the first Iron Man movie, and it had been 10 years, I believe, since that movie came out. When Infinity War came out, I think it was 10 years, so I thought this would be a good time for him to leave, but he did not. Perhaps he will in Endgame, which I did actually react to that trailer, but everything went wrong with it. I think it stopped recording, so hopefully this one will record, and hopefully this will be a great start to a new channel. My main channel is the Moonshin King, so let's waste no more time for you. First of all, he is flying. Did he have that in Homecoming? I can't recall. Possibly he did. Possibly he did. Do spiders have that weird flappy bird ability? I wonder. Official trailer. Homeless support. Whoa, they threw everything at me at once just there. Photography. Whoa, it looks like they know who Spider-Man is. Or do they? Homeless support, food, shelter, hope. Some charity dinner. So he's doing a charity event with his aunt. So I'm guessing they must know who he is. Unless they're trying to pretend like she has no idea who Spider-Man is, even though it's her nephew. Is it actually her nephew, or does he just call her Aunt May? Because she, traditionally looked like his grandma.
That was so good.
Ah, I see. It looked like he took off his mask in front of people or backstage, but it looks like so completely somewhere else. Ah, it's this guy. Synchrony. That's a lot of money. Hopefully it's not a crony.
Sorry I'm late. Happy. You look nice.
Thank you. You too.
Happy
Thank you.
Thanksgiving.
Dress?
Yes, it is. How'd you know?
What just happened?
Marvel Studios.
Planning a trip?
Mm-hmm. Going to Europe. It's a school trip.
Alright.
Did you get your passport?
Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please.
Mini toothpaste? Pack your suit.
So, now we know very quickly why it's called Far From Home. When I first heard the title, I thought it was a tie-in to the Infinity War, because of course, the last time we see him, he is on Thanos' home planet, I believe. Titan, wasn't it? When he turns into a space molecule, dusty stars. So, I thought Far From Home meant a bit further from home than Europe. I thought it meant a different planet, but of course he could be lying about Europe. Like, superheroes very often lie, so I wonder where he's going, really.
Dude, I just want to go on my trip with my friends. Europe doesn't really need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Ah, so it does seem to be an actual holiday, although I'm not seeing many friends at the moment. Oh look, it's the Akinator right there. Amazing powers. Maybe he will be the new enemy. So it looks like he did not pack Spider-Man's outfit. Amazing discovery. The same cast from Homecoming.
Therefore, I have value.
I like to see familiar
That's
faces.
not
I'm messing with you. You look pretty too.
I just want to spend some time with MJ.
She is very funky to you.
My first summer love. I had just finished my film Cobie.
Oh. Be careful.
So nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
Ah, at last we have Nick Fury. I do wonder what happened to him. It's disappointing that he vanished from existence, to be honest. It looks like he has made a return at last, in the present times. I wonder if he will tie into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that series, somehow. I'm guessing they will ignore him, but who can tell you? I'm guessing he doesn't realize that that boy knows he's Spider-Man. Or maybe he does, and he just felt like it anyway, shooting him.
You're Nick Fury.
Put some clothes on. Let's go for a ride.
Is he gonna be okay like that?
Might want to turn him over so he doesn't swallow his tongue.
I think Nick Fury just hijacked our summer vacation.
Awesome.
Ah! Is that the Sandman? I like it. I was watching Spider-Man 3 yesterday, some of it, and I thought how terrible that Sandman looked at the end. When he's about this size. Actually bigger than this size. He looked very creepy. I wonder if he looks any better. He looks roughly similar, to be honest, at the moment.
You got gifts, Parker, but you have a job to do. Are you going to step up or not?
Who was this guy? Was that the Sandman again? You know, is it Carnage? I'm not very familiar with Spider-Man villains. I know the Green Goblin, I don't know that much about Mysterio, but I remember his face, or his lack of face, his fishbowl helmet. Doc Ock, of course. Electro, but that's just from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Who else do I know? Venom, Carnage, but I don't know that much about them, but I can identify them. I know Carnage is red, that's all I know, and he looks pretty red.
You're all alone.
Why are they all alone? Can someone explain? Because that's the thing for me that doesn't make a lot of sense with these standalone movies where the hero is alone. Such as Spider-Man 3, which took place the first movie after the Avengers, I believe. Where was Captain America? The President of America got kidnapped. And where is Captain America? You tell me! Well, Thor makes more sense because he's on another planet. But where is everybody else? Explain. Hulk makes some sense because he always runs off and sulks in the jungle. But where was Hawkeye? Where was Black Widow? And who else is in the Avengers? Is that it? I think at that time that was it. But where were the Avengers in Captain America Civil War? We don't see anyone except Captain America. Where was Iron Man? It does confuse me when we know there's all these super beings and they're apparently on a team, and then we don't see them. Spider-Man Homecoming made more sense because we did see Tony Stark. Briefly, he provided the suit, the technology, but he wasn't involved a whole lot because Spider-Man was not meant to be involved himself. He was telling him to go away, not to involve himself. He wasn't even officially an Avenger, but I think in Infinity War they did call him an Avenger. Tony did, so I do wonder where everyone is at this point. Maybe they're all dead. Maybe it makes perfect sense at this point. We shall see in time.
Your friends are in trouble?
Who is this guy?
What are you gonna do about it?
A waterman. Ah,
You don't want any part of this.
Mysterio for you. Alright. I appreciate this music.
Who is that guy?
He's like Iron Man and Thor rolled into one.
He's no Spider-Man.
What is it with you and Spider-Man?
What, he looks out for the neighborhood, has a dope suit, and I really respect him. Sup, dickwad?
July the 5th in Real D, 3D and IMAX. It looks good! I will say this. I don't know a lot about Mysterio, but I believe that's his name. I'm pretty sure it's his name. First of all, it looks a bit awkward showing his face because to my memory, there was never any Jake Gyllenhaal underneath that fishbowl. I don't remember ever seeing him without the fishbowl, but from the cartoon is all I knew him from. But I don't remember ever seeing it come off, and I don't read the comics. But it looked like he was fighting someone, a water character, a water being. If I were to guess, since the water being was fighting Peter, I am going to assume that Mysterio was on his side, possibly. Is he like an anti-hero? You see, I don't even remember if he was actually a villain in the animated series, where I know him from. Just visually is all I remember. So, it looks like he might be a hero. And Spider-Man really was a bit in trouble, wasn't he, with all of these villains after him? Unless it was the same villain in different forms. But it did not seem that way, but it's possible. It looked like there was Sandman. It looked like there was that water beast and that fire beast. Maybe it's an elemental creature that can be sand and can be earth. Oh wait, that is sand. It can be water and can be fire, it can be earth. That would be a guess also. One villain that can be different elements. In which case I don't know who that is. But it looks very good, I will tell you. So I am looking forward to this. Are you? Tell me your thoughts on this matter. Show me your crimes. And remember, jump on that subscribe button if you would like to eat the cheese. Farewell, my Munchkin. Take care, my Munchkin. Ah!